You've heard the old saying, if you build it, they will come. They actually built it, and they came. Today, we're in Warrick Wellness Trail, the medical campus in Warrick County. We're going to tell you about it. With Larry Taylor, who is the director for Success Warrick County, and we're going to be talking, Larry, about the Warrick Wellness Trail, which is the medical campus located off of Indiana Highway 66 and Interstate 69. And this is a vision that you had, but in particular, this is an amazing campus. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a large area that's right off the new I-69. It's close to the Deaconess Gateway Hospital, and there's quite a bit of medical activity in the area.
So the big anchors in there are St. Vincent's as well as Deaconess. Tell us about their investments and what they just recently invested and what they're investing now.
Well, St. Vincent's is just recently is building a orthopedic and neurology hospital, and that's going to be a $95 million investment with over 225 employees. And then you have Deaconess there, who's just completed their orthopedic neurological hospital, and that was a $135 million investment with over 200 employees.
But Deaconess has a main campus, what we call Deaconess Gateway, located out there. So this is really an extension of their presence within the Warrick Wellness Trail.
Yeah, that was the anchor for the whole area, was the Deaconess Gateway campus. And they've continued to expand over the last 20 years, 10 to 20 years. And just recently, with some of the activities we've had out there, they've expanded even further.
None of this happens without significant investment in infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure and what role did your organization as well as the county play in putting the infrastructure in place to allow this investment to take place?
Well, we started this about 10 years ago, and Warrick County had already made an investment in infrastructure to facilitate the Deaconess Gateway campus coming in. And that infrastructure that was put in originally was the connector road, that's Epworth Road, that goes over into Vanderburgh County, and that was done in cooperation with Vanderburgh County and Warrick County, so that they connected and made a nice connection road. Also, they put in a sewer system. It's a master lift station to handle some of the capacity that's coming there. We put in a water tower. And so we looked at that, and that was already in place, as was the Deaconess Gateway original campus. And we said, well, what could we do for further infrastructure that would encourage more medical development? So we branded the area, called it Warrick Wellness Trail, and then we put what we call a backbone road for commercial development that parallels State Route 66 in the area. And that backbone road has facilitated St. Vincent's putting their breast center and their convenient care center in and making a new one of those. Then it also allowed us to have a site that we proposed for the IU Medical School. And in that process of proposing for the IU Medical School, the St. Vincent people and the Tri-State Orthopedic people saw that site, and when that site chose to go downtown, they said, well, that would make an excellent place for our new hospital. So St. Vincent put additional investment in there, and it happens to be right along the Warrick Wellness Trail area that we developed.
So beyond medical, one of the things that we're beginning to see are the kind of support services that you would have for this type of development, such as hotels, housing. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's come about?
Well, right in the center of our medical area, we have a 350-unit apartment complex. And it's a higher-end apartment complex that has a lot of amenities in it. And so that has come, so now the people that can work there can also live very close to where they're working. In the area, especially along the Warrick Wellness Trail, we put a trail system in that goes right along it, that has benches and landscaping and lights. So any time of the day you go out there, especially when it's nice weather, you can see people that work in the hospital out in their medical scrubs and garb, out walking along the trail.
Well, Warrick County was just awarded some additional regional cities money to actually connect the medical campus to the trail network.
Well, part of the trail network that is in place and some of the lights and the landscaping came from a regional cities grant. And it was $1.5 million that Warrick County was awarded for that portion of it. And that just facilitated extending the trail system clear to the Vanderburgh County line that goes out to where there's a assisted living facility that allows them to access the trail system and ultimately to access some of the medical facilities close by.
What's the future hold for the Warrick Wellness Trail?
Well, since we've done that, we don't really own the property in the area, but that wasn't our goal. Our goal was to facilitate the infrastructure that would allow other people to come in. We market it as such. We've marketed it to medical type people, medical type facilities. And what we're seeing is a lot of the auxiliary services are starting to come there. In fact, this morning I was talking to some people about a new medical office building that's going to go in the area. And then of course, you know, if you have that many new employees, and in the whole area, we have about $600 million of investment, and it's going to have about 1,200 new employees. And that attracts some of the other services that you might want, you know, be it a hotel, there's already one hotel, another one's planned, the restaurants and that type of thing, the service facilities.
You also have under construction right now a rehabilitation hospital that's part of the Deaconess system.
Yeah, it's used to be Health South, and now it's Encompass Health and Deaconess. It's a joint venture, and it's on the east side of the new roadway that we put in place. And we couldn't be happier, because what you have now are bookends. You've got the St. Vincent Orthopedic Hospital down on the west side, and you have an assisted living facility on the west side. You have the St. Vincent Convenient Care Center on the west side of it. You have the housing in the middle of it. And then if you go to the far east side of it, the other bookend is this new rehab hospital. And it's about a $40 million facility. And it's Deaconess Encompass Health, and it'll have another couple of hundred employees that are in there, and it's under construction now, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful facility.
I want to thank Larry Taylor, I want to thank Success Warrick County and their continued investment in Indiana's Great Southwest.